So the Braves and the Red Sox making an interesting trade. Chris Sale going from the Red Sox to the Atlanta Braves. He's on the last year of his deal, and he's been very much injury ridden for a while. I mean, this guy has struggled to stay healthy for the past 3, 4 seasons. Um, and when he was good, he was good. I mean, 2012 to 2018, he was arguably the best pitcher in the league. He didn't win a Cy Young award, but he got Cy Young votes. I believe it was 7 seasons in a row. And he was very consistent. He threw a lot of innings, got a lot of strikeouts. He was a big strikeout guy. Low ERAs, low whip. He was a really good all-around pitcher. But he went to Boston, and 2020, 2021, I don't remember which year it was, but he got hurt and just never managed to come back. He did throw, I think, 15 games last season and had something like a 4.3 ERA, so he was pretty average, and he pitched about half the year last season. Now going to the Atlanta Braves. I think this is an interesting move for both teams, and it's a move that could end up being a win-win when it's all said and done. So the Red Sox get Vaughn Grissom, really, really highly touted prospect, and he was supposed to be the Braves' shortstop of the future. I'm still a little confused why the Braves are giving up on him so early, but Vaughn Grissom could be good, and the Red Sox are going to get control over him for 7 years. So he's going to fit into that infield, and he'll be able to play probably. I imagine they're going to give him the job at shortstop. Trevor Story maybe would move over to second base. Maybe they put Grissom at second and Trevor Story's the guy at shortstop. But Story gets hurt so much that you might as well. I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling Grissom's going to end up playing shortstop when it's all said and done. But they might let Trevor Story be the opening day shortstop this season. And then Devers at third. So that's a really good infield. I mean, you're upgrading, I think, from Christian Arroyo to Vaughn Grissom, which is it's a good move. And you give up a pitcher, but the Red Sox already don't have a great rotation, and they do have some guys. I mean, Tanner Houck, Brian Bello, Nick Pivetta, I believe, is still there, and then guys like Garrett Whitlock, maybe. I don't know. Their rotation is already pretty thin, and they also lost James Paxton to free agency, so that is a little bit of a concern, because Boston doesn't have a great rotation, and they're dealing from that rotation. However, the alternative is, look, he only has 1 year left, and we're getting a guy for 7 years. That is a really good deal for us. They're also paying, I believe, half his salary, so they get a little bit of a salary dump as well. But for the Red Sox perspective, I think the Red Sox fans walk away, and Red Sox front office walks away thinking they won this trade. Because the Braves only get Sale for 1 season, and Sale can barely stay healthy. Now, to his credit, Chris Sale, other than pitching against the Orioles, was really good last year. The Orioles blew him up twice, and that kind of ballooned his ERA to a 4.3. It was somewhere around that number. The Orioles contributed a lot of those runs. Against other teams, he was great. But again, struggled to stay healthy. So with the Braves, though, I think their hope is that maybe there will be a little less pressure on him, and he'll be able to do a little bit better. Because with the Braves, he's their number 3, right? They've got Max Fried and Spencer Strider, obviously, 2 of the best pitchers in the league. So Sale now is going to get to be the number 3 guy on a team that has a really, really good rotation around him. You know, AJ Smith-Shawyer, he's going to be there at some point. Bryce Elder had a nice rookie season last year. Not sure if they bring back Charlie Morton, but they have a very solid and deep rotation. So the hope is that Chris Sale can maybe a little bit less pressure on him. You only have to go 5 innings a game. You don't have to be the ace. But if you can be a solid 3 and stay healthy for 75% of the season and be ready to go in the playoffs, that's all they need out of him. That's all they need out of him. For 1 year. So my thing is, I think the Braves got a better player, but this trade could come back to bite them because Sale, they only get him for a year, and Grissom, Red Sox get for 7. On the other hand, though, I find it a little hard to believe that Grissom is going to be a superstar player because the Braves replaced him with Arcia last season, and Arcia wound up being an all-star, but Arcia's not that great of a player, right? Like, he's a good shortstop, but he's not anywhere near, like, elite shortstop levels. So if Grissom couldn't win the job over him, I'm not sure if Grissom is as talented as maybe the prospect evaluators thought he was. Because the Braves are also very good traditionally at evaluating talent and bringing in prospects who end up succeeding. The Braves don't usually miss on their prospects. So the fact that they are so willing to trade Grissom makes me think they know that he's never going to be a superstar or even a great everyday player. But of course, maybe the Red Sox can unlock something in him that the Braves couldn't. The Braves kind of had a logjam in the infield. Like I said, Arcia, I'm not sure how long he's going to last as their shortstop, but I guess they're willing to take that risk and move off of Vaughn Grissom, and if it brings them a major upgrade to their rotation. So the Braves already have, I think, the best lineup in the MLB, with or without Vaughn Grissom, because Grissom wouldn't even have been in their lineup. He would have been on their bench. I think the Braves have the best lineup in the league, and I thought they had a top 5 to 7 rotation. Now their rotation is almost certainly top 5, and they also have the best lineup still, because they didn't lose anybody from their starting lineup. Their bench is pretty weak, I will say, outside of Travis d'Arnaud. So they probably should look to bring in a couple of guys on the bench, but the Braves look scary. And obviously, I mean, best team in the league last year, regular season. So yeah, this is a really good team, and I think this trade could work out really well for both sides. The Braves short term and the Red Sox in the long term. That's my take. This is Coast to Coast Sports. If you like the channel, subscribe for more content, and comment down below, what do you think about this trade? Do you think this was a good trade for either team, a bad trade? Let us know what you think. We'll see you guys in the next one.